Hi, I'm Jeremy, and today we're going to take a look at a game by the name of Mini Fits. My version is just called Fits, but this is the US version is called Mini Fits, and this is a smaller box version of a game designed by Reiner Knizia by the name of Fits. And this is a Tetris-style game, a puzzle game that players are going to be simultaneously sliding pieces down into a player board. In hopes of completing lines to score points at the end of the round. I'll take a minute to show you how the game plays out, and I will come back and let you know what I think about the game. The game Fits is going to be played over 2 rounds, and each player is going to get one of these playing boards with a 2-sided round marker. And the object is basically to fill in as many of these rows as possible using these Tetris-style shapes. Each player will get a set of those, which are identical except for color. There are 2 decks of cards. One just indicates which piece players need to begin with, and each player is going to start with a different piece, which keeps the game differentiated for the various players. And then, whenever you get your start piece, you'll have to slide that piece down from the top of your well here until it hits the bottom, or another piece. You cannot slide it from side to side, just from the top down, straight down. Then, after players have placed their initial piece, one at a time, you're going to draw these cards to indicate which piece you're going to be placing next. Again, the objective... you'll notice that this piece came up. That was my starting piece. I will not place any piece because I've already placed that piece. That's all that'll happen. And the objective here, like I was saying, is that you're going to try to complete rows. So, for example, well, that would not work. For example, there I've completed this row here. That'll be worth 1 point at the end of the round. This row I'll never be able to complete because there's no way for me to get down here. And it'll just keep going like that, one at a time. Players, placing pieces until they've gone through this deck of cards and placed all of their pieces. Then you'll simply tally up the number of completed rows that players have, and that will be the score for the round. The second round works pretty similarly, with players eligible to get a point per completed line, but there are these bonus squares here. If 3 of these bonus squares are uncovered of the same type at the end of the round, those will be worth 3 bonus points. So there's 3 sets of those. So your maximum possible score would be your 10 points for the 10 rows, plus your 3 points for the 3 bonus squares times 3, so 19 total points. I should note that these spaces here count as being already filled in, so you can cover them with a piece, but there's no need to still get your completed line bonus. So for example, if I did this, and then I did that, which would not be a stellar first 2 moves, this line would be completed, and I would still be eligible for this orange bonus at the end of the round. After the 2 rounds have been played, whoever has the most points combined will be the winner. Alright, so that's Mini Fits, and this is a nice distillation of what makes the big box game Fits so good. Both in terms of cost, this is definitely more of a $10 to $20 game as opposed to a $30 to $40 game. And in terms of time, this one takes maybe about 15 minutes to play. The other one takes about half an hour to 40 minutes to play. This really breaks down what makes that game fun into something that's even more of a filler game. The game, it only has 2 rounds. On Board Game Geek, you could print out some fan-made additional boards to extend the life of it if you wanted to, or you could get the big box version of it. But I think that for most people, playing 2 rounds of this would be sufficient, if you're just looking for something to play as a brief filler. I think that the game is immediately appealing to anybody who's ever played Tetris or anybody who likes puzzles, which is practically everybody. And it's one where players are going to immediately get the concept of what they're trying to do. It's a game. I've played the Big Brother game, which does admittedly have nice pieces. The ones in this cheaper version are just thin cardboard, whereas the pieces in the big game are nice plastic pieces. Obviously these are better. But still, for the cost of, and for the play value that you're going to get out of this, I think that this is still well worth getting. And also, it's much smaller. You can see the box size comparison here. So as a travel version of Fits. It's really terrific as well. I think that the big box Fits is, it's one of my favorite, multiplayer solitaire puzzle games for sure. This one is more of a diversion. I think it's not quite as good as this one, just because this one has more variety in the box. But for less than half the price, I think that this is well worth getting. It might be something to get, even if you want to see if you would want to splurge for the full version of the game. Overall, well worth getting. Mini Fits, and the German version is just, I suppose, also called Fits. Thanks for watching.